Hi everyone. So after talking about the Vata dosh and Pitta dosh in detail, we are going to talk about the third dosh, which is the Kapha dosh today. First, we'll see the Nirukti of Kapha dosh. So Acharya has said that Slish Alingane Tena Shleshma iti Sanya. The meaning of Slish Alingane matlab to keep together or to cohere, matlab to form the unified you can say product, to keep it together is the meaning of Shlish Alingane. So further the synonyms of Kapha has been mentioned. One of the synonym is Shleshma, and other are Bala, Balas, Ojas, Mala, Papma, etc. So we have to remember the Nirukti and the synonyms. Normally, constituents which contributes the mass of the body are called the kapha. According to the modern perspective, the tissue fluids and all the nutrients present in it can be taken as kapha. You can consider other nutrients as the plasma or amniotic fluid or brain matter or mucus and serous secretion, transcellular fluids, synovial fluid, pericardial fluid, right? It can be considered as a, tissue fluids or nutrients present in the body, which can be correlated with the kapha. Now we'll see the structure. So kapha is soft, stable and cool in nature. We'll see this in the properties of kapha. But Acharya Vagbhat has mentioned in Sutrasthan Adhyay 3 that Shleshma Somaha. You can take Som as the nectar of morbidity or Amrit, or it can be taken as a distill or extract or pure form. So Shleshma is like that, and composition would be kapha is predominant in Prithvi and Jal Mahabhut. So we have learnt it in the origin of dosha. So kapha dosh is predominant in Prithvi and Jal Mahabhut, though all the Mahabhuts are there, but predominance of Prithvi and Jal Mahabhut would be here in the structure of kapha. Now let's talk about the seat of kapha or sthan of kapha. So Ashtanga Hriday Sutra Sthan Adhyay 12 has mentioned that Uraha Kantha Shira Kloma Parva Amashayo Rasaha Medo Granam Ch Jevacha Kafasya Sutaramuraha. Again, Uraha Kantha Shira Kloma Parva Amashayo Rasa Medo Granam Ch Jevacha Kafasya Sutaramuraha. So this has been mentioned by Acharya Vagbhat. So what is the meaning of that? So in this shlok, Acharya has said that apart from different seat or apart from different sthan of kapha, which are ura matlab chest, kantha matlab throat, shir matlab head, klom. So there are different opinion about the klom. Different Acharya has taken different meaning of klom. So generally, some has said that it is about the right lung. Someone has said that it is about the Udakvaha Srotas, which is the channel, and you will learn about the Srotas in our previous lectures. Some Tikakar has said that it is somewhat mass kind of presentation near the chest. Some has said that it is liver, some has said it is the pancreas, some has said it is about the gallbladder, and some also has said that it is heart. So we are taking klom as a part, which resides near right lung in the chest. Okay, so that is klom. Then parva. Parva matlab the bony joints. Then amashaya. Ashaya matlab the residence, right? And amashaya matlab where the am is residing. Generally am matlab the undigested food but here Amashay is the place where our Agni, which is near the Nabhi, resides, right? So the Amashay matlab the place which is between the Nabhi and breast, which is Tana, and which can be considered as a seat of Pitta also, and which is the root of Annavaha Srotas. So that is Amashay. Rasa matlab here we are talking about the Rasa Dhatu. Meda matlab we are talking about the Meda Dhatu. Gran matlab the nose, and Jihva matlab the tongue. So apart from all these sthan, which are Urah, Kantha, Shira, Kloma, Parva, Amashay, Ras, Med, Gran and Jihva, Acharya is saying that Kapha's main seat, Kapha's main sthan is Ura, Sutaram Uraha. So main sthan of Kaph would be chest, which is Ura. Acharya Shushruta has said that Amashaya Shleshmana, matlab the sthan of Shleshma, sthan of Kapha is Amashay. And again, Charak has mentioned in Sutra Sthan that the seat of Kapha are somewhat similar to the sthan or seat considered as Ashtanga Hridaya. So we have to by heart this shlok of Ashtanga Hridaya Sutra Sanadhyay 12, and we have to write down in the shlok book also. Okay, so the shlok is Urha Kantha Shira Kloma Parva Amashayo Rasa Medo Granam Cha Jivacha Kafasya Sutaramurah. Urha Kantha Shira Klomo Parva Amashayo Rasa Medo Granam Cha Jivacha Kafasya Sutaramurah. You can recite it by this. Moving forward to the properties of Kapha. So Kapha dosh has different guna or properties. So we'll go with the guna which has been mentioned in Ashtanga Hridaya Sutra Sthanadhyay 1, which is Snigdha, Shito, Guru Manda, Slakshana, Mrutsanna, Sthira Kapha. So as we know that Snigdha matlab somewhat unctus, or which is having the snigdhata, which is having the lubrication property, that is snigdha. Then there is sheath, which is cold. Then guru matlab heavy. Then manda matlab stable, you can say, or slow in action, not stable, but manda is a slow in action. Then slakshana matlab smooth in nature. Then there is a gun which is mrutsanna. What is the meaning of mrutsanna? Matlab the substance is sticky. If you are touching it, as is like the form of slime, you can say it is sticky in nature, that is mrutsanna. Sthir matlab which is stable or static. So these are the properties of Kapha. You have to recite this shloka and you have to write it down in the shlok book also, which is Snigdha Shito Guru Mandaha Shlakshno Mrutsannaha Sthira Kapha. Okay. So Acharya Shushruta has said that the Kapha is swadu. Swadu matlab sweet in taste, but it is lavan matlab salty during the Vidagdha Avastha. Vidagdha Avastha matlab transformation stage. Okay, and it is pichil. We have learnt about the pichil guna before. It is also slimy in nature. Sheet matlab cold. And according to Charak, the properties of Kapha is somewhat related to Ashtanga Hridaya, which we have learnt about. So you have to remember the properties of Kapha according to Ashtanga Hridaya. Now we'll talk about the functions. What are the functions of कफ दोष. So in Ashtang Hriday Sutrasthan Adhyay 11, Acharya has said that Shleshma Sthiratva Siddhatva Sandhi Bandha Kshamadibhihi. Again, Shleshma Sthiratva Siddhatva Sandhi Bandha Kshamadibhihi. So you have to recite this shlok, you have to remember this shlok, and you have to write it down in the shloka book, which means that Shleshma is, responsible for the sthiratva. Sthiratva matlab stability. Snigdhatva matlab it provides lubrication. Sandhi bandha matlab it provides the compactness or firmness to the joints. And kshama. Kshama is the, we can take it as a capability to withstand or withhold the emotions or to forgive someone. That is kshama. So in human body, kapha dosh works as the substance which gives a stability, a lubrication, compactness of the joints, and which provides the guna of kshama or forgiveness. That is the functions, that are the functions of kapha dosh according to Acharya Bhagabhat. Then Acharya Shushruta has said that Sandhi Sansleshan Snehan Ropan Puran Balasthairya Kruta. Matlab Acharya Shushruta has said that the functions of kapha are Sandhi Sansleshan. So what is the meaning of Sandhi Sansleshan? So Sandhi Sansleshan matlab the lubrication of the joints of the body. Then Snehan. Then Ropan. Ropan matlab promotion of healing and reparative processes, which provides the healing property to the body. Then there is a Puran. Puran matlab conservation or storage. The storage material, it works like a storage material in the body. Then Balasthairya Kruta. So it provides the strength and it provides the stability, compactness or stability or firmness to the body. So these are the functions of kapha according to Acharya Sushruta. And Acharya Charak has said that apart from this, the functions of kapha are sneho bandha sthiratvam cha gauravam vrushatabalam kshama dhruti alobhasya kapha karma avikarajam. Again, sneho bandha sthiratvam cha gauravam vrushatabalam kshama dhruti alobhasya kapha karma avikarajam. Matlab the functions of kapha are sneho, bandha, sthiratva, and gaurav. Gaurav matlab heaviness in the body. Vrushata matlab it gives the potency to the individual. It is responsible for the potency. Then bala. Then kshama. We have learnt about it. Dhruti. So dhruti matlab the patience. And then alobha. Lobha matlab greediness, and alobha matlab the person who is not greedy, that is alobha. So kapha dosha is providing this functions, and these functions of body are responsible because of the kapha dosha. So you can go with the Ashtang Hriday Sutrasthan shlok, or you can by heart all the 3 shlokas of functions of kapha dosha. It is up to you. Now we are moving forward to the types of kapha. So there are 5 types of kapha. As we have seen that there are 5 types of vayu and 5 types of pitta. Kapha has also 5 types. So which are those 5 types? So Kledak kapha, Bodhak kapha, Tarpak kapha, Avlambak kapha, and Shleshak kapha. So these are the 5 types. Again we are going through this. Kledak kapha, Bodhak kapha, Tarpak kapha, Avlambak kapha, and Shleshak kapha. So we'll talk about individual types of kapha. First we'll talk about the Kledak kapha. So what is Kledak kapha? So if we are considering the shloka or the reference of Ashtang Hriday Sutrasthan, it has been said that यस्त्व आमाशय संस्थितः क्लेदकः सो अन्नसंघात क्लेदनात्. अगेन, यस्त्वम् आमाशय संस्थितः क्लेदकं सो अन्नसंघात क्लेदनात्, which has been mentioned in Ashtanga Hriday Sutra Sthan. What is the meaning of this shloka? So, the kapha which is located in the amashay, sanstita amashay, matlab which is located in the amashay, it is known as the kleda kaph. And what are the functions? So it moistens, so it makes soft. It provides moistness to whom? To the anna. It provides softness to the anna, and it is responsible for the, anna sanghata, matlab which convert the hard masses of the ingested food particles into the small particles. It breaks down the food particles into the small particles for the digestion. So this is how the sthan of Kledakaf is amashay, and the karya or function of Kledakaf is providing the moistness to the food and anna sanghata. Okay, so this is about the Kledakaf. So you have to recite this shloka. So again, according to the Charak Samhita, Charak has mentioned in his Chikitsa San that function of Kledakaf and the sthan, which is annam adana karmatu pranaha kostam prakarshati tada dravya bhinna sanghatam snehena mrudutam gatam. Matlab, Kledakaf is responsible for the anna sanghata and providing the snehan and moisten or give softness to the anna with the help of pranavayu. How does pranavayu helps in this? So pranavayu is responsible for the attraction of food particles, which draws the ingested food in the costa. Matlab, pranavayu is responsible for the drawing down the anna to the coast for the digestion. So, and after that, Kledakaf just give moisten, give lubrication, you can say, and it just breaks the food particles into small particles for the digestion. So Acharya Charak has said this in Chikitsa San, but we'll consider the Ashtanga Hriday Sutra San shlok because it's easy to remember. Then we'll talk about the Avalambaka kapha. So there is a shlok in Ashtanga Hriday Sutra San Adhyay 12, but it is somewhat hard to remember. If you can, so you should go for that. Otherwise, I'll give you the things you can remember. So first we'll see the shlok, which is Urastha satrikasya svaviryatah hradayasyanna viryacha tatastha evambu karmana kafadhamnam cha sheshanam yat karoyat avlambanam ato avlambakah shleshma. First we'll see what is the meaning of avlamban. So avlamban means to give strength and to help the normal functioning of that organ. So in this shlok, the Acharya has said that the sthan of avlambak kaph is which is chest and trika. Ura matlab chest and trika matlab the meeting place of shoulder, neck and back. The shoulder, neck and back's meeting point is considered as a trik. So kaph, which is located in the chest, and trik by its own innate power and by the power of the essence of food. Hradayasya anna viryacha, matlab the power, with the power of ingested food which is present in hriday. It supports the body by functioning of apadhatu evambu karmana. Right, as we have seen that there is a predominance of jala Mahabhut in Kapha dosha. So it supports the body by the functions of the Apabhut or Ambu or Jal Mahabhut and bestows the strength to the seat of the other Kapha. Kafadmanam cha sheshanam yad karoe avlambanam. Matlab it gives strength to other kapha. Like if we are talking about the avlambak kaph right now, so avlambak kaph is giving strength to other kaph like bodhak kaph, tarpak kaph, shleshak kaph and kledak kaph, right? So it means the meaning of shloka is the kapha which is located in the chest and trika by its own innate power and by the power of the essence of food present in the hriday, it supports the body by the functions of jaladhatu or apadhatu and bestows strength to the seat of the other kapha, and that is called avlambak kapha. So this shlok is somewhat hard to remember. So what you have to remember is functions of the avlambak kapha is trikasya avalambanam, hridayasya avalambanam and sheshanama kapha sthananam cha avalambanam. Okay, matlab it gives strength to the trik, it gives strength to the heart and it gives strength to the other kapha sthana or other seats of kapha. Okay. Then there is a bodhak kapha. So in Ashtanga Sutrastan Adhyay 12, Acharya has said that rasa bodhanata bodhako rasana sthai. Matlab the seat of bodhak kapha is rasana sthai. Rasana matlab jihva, matlab tongue, and the karya is rasa bodhanata, matlab perception of taste. So bodhak kapha is responsible for the perception of taste. Matlab there are 6 types of taste we have talked about earlier. So the function of bodhak kapha is to give the perception of taste, and it resides in the jihva or rasana or tongue. This is what Ashtanga Hriday or Acharya Vagbhat has mentioned. According to Acharya Shushrut, the seat of bodhak kapha is jihva mool and kantha, but we'll stick to the Ashtanga Hriday's reference. Then there is a tarpak kapha. So Ashtanga Hriday has said that Shirah sansthokshakta tarpanata tarpakah. Shirah sanstho akshatarpanata tarpakah. Matlab the sthan of tarpak kapha is shira. Shira matlab head, or we can consider it as brain also, and it is known as the tarpak kapha because it is having the snehan quality which nourishes and soothes the indriyas. Akshatarpanata matlab it gives the nutrition, or it gives the nourishment, or it is responsible for the smoothness of the indriyas, and that is the tarpak kapha. Okay, so the sthan is shira and the karma is tarpana of indriyas, matlab providing nourishment to the indriyas, the sense organs. Then there is a shleshak kapha. So in Ashtanga Hriday Sutrastan Adhyay 12, Acharya has said that sandhi sansleshasya shleshakah sandhishu sthitah. Sandhi sansleshasya shleshakah sandhishu sthitah. Matlab shleshak kapha resides in sandhi, the joints of the body, and which is responsible for the sandhi sanslesha, providing the lubrication, which is responsible for the firmly uniteness and protection of the articulation of the sandhi, and because of the characteristic of the kapha or properties of the kapha dosh. So this is how Shleshak cough is responsible for the providing the lubrication, compactness, firmness to the bony joints or to the joints, and it resides in sandhi or joint. The sthan is sandhi or joints, right? So you have to remember this shloka, sandhi sansleshascha shleshaka sandhishu sthita. About Tarpaka, you have to remember this shloka, Shiraha Sanstho Aksha Tarpanata Tarpakaha. You have to write it down in your shlok book also. And for Bodhak Kav, Rasa Bodhanata, Bodhako Rasanasthai. And if you are talking about the functions of Avlamba Kav, so you have to remember this shloka, which is Trikasya Avalambanam, Radasya Avalambanam, and Shesha Nama Kafasthanam Cha Avalambanam. And for Kledak Kafa, Yastva Amashaya Sanstita, Kledakaha Sonna Sanghata Kledanata. Okay, so these are the types of kapha dosha. So lastly, we'll talk about the correlation of Tridosha with different elements of body, which are Agni, Kostha and Mahaput. So first we'll talk about the correlation between the Tridosha and Agni. So Tridosha are Vat, Pitta and Kapha, right? And there are different kind of Agni, and different dosha are responsible for the state of Agni in the body. So if I'm talking about the Vata dosh, then it is responsible for the which state of Agni? So Vayu is responsible for the Vishamagni, or if in person's body there is a Vishamagni, then there is a dominance of Vat dosh in the body. We can say like that also. If I'm talking about the Pitta dosh, then Pitta dosh is responsible for the Tikshnagni. Okay, first we'll understand what is Vishamagni. Vishamagni matlab Agni which is Visham. Matlab if we are considering Agni as a digestive fire, then Vishamagni matlab the digestive fire which is somewhat, which is sometimes okay and which is sometimes abnormal. So matlab the patient is having hunger, sometimes in a proper condition, or sometimes he is not able to digest a food properly, right? So that is Vishamagni. And if I'm talking about the Pitta, the Agni is Tikshnagni. Or if a person is having a Tikshnagni, then the dominance of dosha is Pitta. Tikshnagni matlab the Agni or the digestive fire which is high, and whatever food you ingest, whatever food the person have, it gets it gets digested within quickly. That is a Tikshnagni. And there is a Kapha, which is responsible for the Mandagni, the state of Agni which is Manda. Manda matlab digestive fire which is not in a good condition, and it is not because of that the food is not being digested properly. That is Mandagni. Or you can say that if the Agni is Manda, then the predominant dosha is Kapha. And there is a word called Samagni, matlab Agni which is Sama, which is proper. So in this stage or in this state, Vata, Pitta and Kapha, three dosha are in equal manner, and that is why the state of Agni would be the Samagni. Okay, so Vishamagni, Tikshnagni, Mandagni and Samagni, these are the different types of Agni, and there are dosha which is responsible for this state of Agnis. So we'll talk about this Ajna later on, because right now you won't be understanding this. So there is a correlation between three dosha and Kostha. So if there are, first we'll see there are three types of Kostha, which is Krura Kostha, Mrida Kostha and Madhya Kostha. If the Kostha is Krura, matlab there is a dominance of Vata dosh in that. क्रूर कोस्ट मतलब there is, the bowel movement is constipated, you can say. So digestion is not proper in this stage. Then there is a mrudu coast. Mrudu coast is loose bowel. Matlab, if you are eating some kind of food, then you have to, or a person has to go to the loo frequently, and pitta is responsible for that. And if I'm talking about the madhyam coast, then kapha dosh or tridosh, both are responsible for the madhyam coast, which is the normal bowl. Okay, so if there is a madhyam coast, you can say that there is a dominance of kapha dosh or dominance of tridosh. Matlab vat, pitta and kapha are equally residing in the body or in the bowl, and which is responsible for the normal bowl condition. Then there is a correlation of tridosh and mahabhut. If Vayu is there, then Vayu and Akash. If we are talking about the Pitta dosh, then Agni or Agni plus Jala. Some Acharya has said that only Agni, but some has said Agni plus Jala. And if you are talking about the Kapha dosh, then there is Jala and Prithvi, both which are responsible for the predominance in the Kapha dosh. Okay, so that is all about the Kapha dosh. Today we have learnt about Nirukti of Kapha dosh, structure of Kapha dosh, composition, seat of Kapha, properties of Kapha, functions of Kapha dosh, types of Kapha, which are Kledak Kapha, Bodha Kapha, Tarpak Kapha, Avlambak Kapha and Shleshak Kapha, shlokas, sthan and functions of individual Kapha, and correlation between Tridosh and Agni, Tridosh and Kostha, and Tridosh and Mahabhut. This is important to remember because generally in Viva you have been asked these questions, or in 2 marks question. These are the common questions which are which have been asked in exams frequently. So if you are having any query regarding this, let me know through WhatsApp.